Hey y'all, today we're going to show you an easy way to make low-carb pork chops in the Ninja Foodi. Oh, we're having a whole lot of fun. I've lost my glasses. I had to resort to my backup glasses that make me look like my grandma. Hi, welcome back to another edition of Cooking Chris's Dishes with the good old boy. And today is another Foodie Friday edition, and it's a real simple one. We've been reached out to by many people, including one of our good friends over on Patreon. His name is James, and James is wanting an easy low-carb recipe for pork chops using the air fryer, air crisper on our Ninja Foodi. And James, this show is dedicated to you, and to let you know, we're still trying to find a good breading to use for the pork chops if you want that crispy, you know, kind of like if it was dredged in flour. Carb Quick seems to make it a little mealy a little bit. We do it on chicken and things like that, but there's a texture about it that we're still trying to work on when it comes to pork chops for some reason. I also tried pork rinds. I ground them up real fine using our Cuisinart food processor, that's what it's called, and I ground it up into a real fine, I want to say it's dust, but there's a lot of fat in pork rinds because that's what it is flesh and fat, and it made it wet. I don't know the best way to explain it except to say it. When I dredged the pork chops in it, it didn't have a bad flavor. Actually, it tasted really good, but it was kind of cakey, I guess, and I don't really think of cake when I think of pork chops. So we're still trying to work on a good breading recipe, but for now, let me show you a really good and easy, simple way to make really good pork chops in the air fryer. Let's say, you know, like today, it's a rainy day outside. I can't go grilling, but I really want to have that good grilled flavor, you know. What I do is I take 2 pork chops. These are bone-in pork chops, and they look a little something like that. And all I'm going to use is Lowry's seasoning salt, and I'm going to season them on both sides generously. You could use any kind of seasoning salt you want. Any kind. I mean, you could just do salt and pepper if you want. We really like the flavor of Lowry's, so I'm just going to sprinkle that over the top, and then flip the pig, and do it again. That smells really good, and that adds a lot of flavor onto those pork chops. So now all I want to do is, if you look inside the Foodi, you've got the rack sitting up high. You want that because you want the air crisper to be hitting it real good. And all I'm going to do is take my pork chops and lay them side by side, just like that. It's okay if they touch. They're going to hang a little bit. You don't have a lot of width space as much as you have height, trying to think of how to say that word, in your Foodi. This is the 8-quart, but as we showed in the demonstration video between the two, when we compared the 6.5-quart and the 8-quart, it's the same width, it's just a little taller. But my wife tested out pork chops in this last night using this very recipe, and she tells me, she says, Mikey, you want to put this on air crisp. I'm trying to talk like my wife here. I don't think I'm doing a good job. And you want to set it for 360 degrees. And you want to set it for 7 minutes. Just like that. And then you want to flip them. That's what she says. She said, you flip the pig. So we're going to let this go for 7 minutes. Then we're going to flip those pork chops and cook them for another 7 minutes. And then we're going to eat some really, really, really good pork chops. I'll show you what this looks like in 7 minutes. Or in your case, 3, 2, 1. And 7 minutes have come and gone. And now we're going to have to flip these babies. But let's take a look at them right now. See, they're not all the way done. But that's okay, because we're not done cooking them yet. So all I'm going to do is just simply take my tongs and flip them over. Again, it's okay if they touch. It's okay if this hangs up a little bit. It's not going to hurt them. Flip them over like that. Kind of tuck that in there. It's hard to do single-handedly, especially since I'm trying not to touch the pot with these metal tongs because, well, you know that story. Alright, so now I'm going to set the lid down, and I'm going to go on an air crisp again at 360 for 7 minutes. Just like that. And we're going to cook these babies up, and then when we come back, I'm going to eat them in 3, 2, 1. And our last 7 minutes have come and gone. And these babies are done. Look at that. 7 minutes. Ooh, and a little steamy there too. 7 minutes is all you need on both sides. 7 minutes on one side, 7 minutes on the other. A light seasoning of Lowry seasoned salt's what we use. You could use any kind of seasoning salt you want. But the main thing is, how's it taste? And I'm about to show you. First thing, you cook it like that for 7 minutes at 360, and these pork chops should be nice and tender, and they are. The knife goes straight through them. The meat is cooked all the way through. The fork is having a hard time holding on to that tender piece of meat, but that's it. That's hot. To me, when it comes to pork chops, you don't need a lot of seasoning because pork chops have a good flavor on their own. I like the taste of pork, and when you air crisp it like that, I want to show you what it does to the fat. Just like with bacon, it'll crisp up that fat really, really, really easily, and it adds to the flavor. And that seasoned salt that I put on there was just enough, and it kind of soaked into that fat as it crisped up. It adds a little bit of a crunch to it. The fat that comes off of it. So if you're looking more for a lower fat dish, the fat just drains off right into the bottom of the pan and it air crisps it. So instead of cooking it in oil, there's enough fat on that meat itself. It'll kind of crisp up everything without having to, without having to fry it down in fat. If you're looking for low carb, this is perfect because there's hardly any carbs in it. I don't know if Lowry's has any carbohydrates in it. Nope, 0 carbs. So big goose egg when it comes to that. Big thumbs up when it comes to flavor. And that was done in 14 minutes in the foodie. That's dinner for 2 right there. Or in my case, lunch for 1. Speaking of thumbs up, if you like what you're seeing here, give us a thumbs up. We love having y'all join us for the cooking shows, the Foodie Fridays, the travel, what be it. Also, if you have not become a member of the Crock Posse, all you got to do is click that little subscribe button down below, and you are a member of the Crock Posse. And if you want to know as soon as we put up a new video, all you got to do is hit that little bell called the ding-a-ling next to the subscribe button. That'll let us know that you want to see those videos right away, and we'll send them right to you. And y'all, whatever you do, laugh often, eat good food, and speak life. Bye, y'all.
If you want to see the latest, click on the left right here. If you feel like subscribing, click on the right, my dear. And if you think we're funny enough to send us money, click the Patreon link below.